let's get started. I'm going to get some tea quickly. And just welcome you all beautiful souls, and welcome your higher self and your guardian angels, your sacred team, your spirit guides. And we are going to dive right in. And you know, when you discover what you're good at, let me grab a little bit of tea first. When you discover what you are good at, what you love, what stirs your soul, you begin to feel a pull to bring your authentic self forward. And it might come in as one clear path or one clear passion, or it may spill out in many different forms. Whatever it is, spend time with it. Not to perfect it, but to commune with it. So in today's message from Source, from your higher self, this is a message about devotion. Now, it's a word we often hear, but we really truly understand what this means until life gently or sometimes cataclysmically calls us into it. So let us step into this reading that I've created, this spread, and it's called The Sacred Path of Devotion. It is a map to guide you through what is calling for your loyalty right now, what is calling for your tenderness, what is calling for your return. And the first card that we're going to look at is from the Human Spirit Oracle deck. And the card is the Flame. What is asking you, or rather the first card that we're pulling out is the Flame. What is asking you for devotion right now? And the card that you've got out here is I am golden. Now the question is, are you solid 18 karat, 24 karat, or are you just gold plated? Are you golden in a way where you've dipped everything in shiny coating, and maybe even feel hollow inside? Or are you glowing from within? This card is asking you to devote yourself not to the appearance, but to the inner gold, to the light that cannot be faked or cannot be filtered. And unfortunately, sometimes in the spiritual community, and I don't like to use the word spiritual community, but it's become sort of like a new way of living. There is a lot of weird, shiny, fake, interesting stuff, and I want to use that very loosely, because we see a lot of big, shiny, acting type of characters, but real, unfiltered is sometimes hard to come by. So you've got to kind of figure out, where are you? Are you shining your light from within? Are you shining your golden light from within? Or are you just putting some shiny stuff on your face and then going out and saying, I'm golden, look at me? Devotion is I like to sort of believe that devotion is a kind of love language. It is a sacred consistency. It is a slow dance between talent and discipline. And this card is calling you to mine your soul. Like a miner, to mine your soul. Not to just polish the surface. What is golden in you wants your time, your tending, your devotion. So it's time to mine your soul, to polish and find what is golden within you, so that it can shine from within you outwardly. And mining is not an easy thing. It means going deep within. It means going to visit and meet your shadows and the darkness within you, the parts that you've hidden, the parts that you feel like you are ashamed of, the parts of you that you didn't even know existed, the parts of you that are calling to come out into the light. And that is like becoming the miner and going into those places, into your subconscious, and finding those things that need to resurface. And in finding those things, you start to find the gold and the pearls and the jewels, the gems within you that can start to shine through you. Now we've got the next card. And this card is the Resistance. What is blocking you from showing up consistently? Devotion is about consistency. And I'm pulling from the Light Seers Tarot. And we're going to pull out the first tarot card. So that was an oracle card. Let us pull out the first tarot card and see what is blocking you from showing up consistently right now in your space. And then we've got a card that flipped right out, so we're going to take that one. It says here, Knight of Cups. Okay? So, this is the romantic. This is the dreamer. The one who chases beauty and feeling, but sometimes forgets the steady work of commitment. And this may be your shadow, and it's waiting for inspiration to strike before you act. And if you look at devotion, devotion is like unconditional love. It means showing up even when you don't feel like it sometimes. Not waiting for the perfect moment. And I know this is going to sound corny, but recognizing that every moment is perfect. You don't have to feel ready. Just begin. So this card is reminding you to just begin. Don't wait for a moment to feel inspired. Don't wait for the next thing to feel like you can move forward. Just begin. That becomes consistent every day. So in the third card that we're going to pull is the practice. What daily actions will strengthen your connection? Okay, and you have got the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles, she is the garden that bloomed because someone showed up every day to tend it. And with this card, this is an invitation to create a ritual, a daily act that roots your light into your body. My daily practice is tea and meditation. Genuinely speaking, it helps me ground, especially at the end of a long day. I work in corporate, and whoo, all the corporate people out there, are you surviving? But when you find and create your own daily ritual, it is an act that roots your light into your body. It's sitting down again and again. It's chipping away at nothing sometimes until something begins to emerge. And then one day, that something starts to move with you. It sings with you. It reflects you like a piece of your soul standing outside of you. When we create in this world, we create who we are within ourselves. So look around you at everything dancing around you. It is a mirror of who you are. And once you devote to yourself the time and the time to become more authentic, to become more you, and you start to create the world around you that will reflect back at you a piece of your own soul. So keep showing up and keep showing up and keep showing up. It will bloom like the seeds that you plant, that you go and water every day, and the garden that you tend to. Let that garden be you. I'm going to move on to the next card. And the next card is the reward. What will devotion reveal to you? if you take this path and you choose devotion in whatever form or shape, maybe it's devotion to growing your career, maybe it's devotion to yourself, understanding yourself, spiritual growth, becoming conscious or becoming a better parent, whatever it is that you decide to devote yourself to, what will this devotion reveal to you? And we've got the Three of Pentacles. And it's beautiful. The Three of Pentacles is collaboration. The Three of Pentacles is harmony. The Three of Pentacles is purpose. When you devote yourself, you don't just become skilled. You become aligned. You start to co-create with the universe. We do it again and again until it becomes who we are. Until our craft is no longer separate from us, but one with us. Devotion doesn't just create, it truly awakens. It awakens the spirit within you. It awakens your soul. It awakens and your light starts to shine, and that has such a big ripple effect on everyone around you. It will make other people want to walk the same path. I'm going to look at card number 5, and I'm pulling it from the Work of Light Oracle deck. And this is card 5, the gift to your future self. So, should you walk this path of devotion, what is the gift to your future self? It's so beautiful because you've got here Imrama. Where are you being called to journey to? And that is so beautiful. And look at that. You don't know where you might be going, but it's a soul journey. It is a sacred path where right now the destination can be unclear, but the heart knows the way. The future version of you it's not waiting somewhere at the finish line. They are walking with you right now. And they're saying to you, don't stop. I am already blooming because of what you do today. And I always like to, try and break the idea of work, right? Because work has sometimes such a negative connotation. And so I don't call whatever it is that I have to do work. I have to work on myself, and I have to work out. So I have to go to the gym, or I have to do, I've got to work on that, and I've got to work on this project. I call it gifting my future self. So it's not work, I am gifting my future self. So you can change the narrative and find interesting, fun ways to devote to your future self, so that who you are now can bloom at a later stage, or you can start to bloom as you start to walk the path to becoming your future in your highest timeline. So this is not just devotion to a thing. This is devotion to yourself. And with every act of consistency, it is a quiet offering to your future self. And I'm showing up, and I am worth showing up for. And that's a big one for everyone. If we can just reframe our minds and look at everything that we do in this moment as a beautiful gift that you're leaving for your future self. Your future self is honoring you right now. They're probably in tears at the work that you choose to devote yourself to. The work being you, the person, the thing that you must devote to is you, not some outside place or outside being or some God that sits over there. The devotion here, this devotion, the one that sits and meditates, the one that takes care of this vessel, this meat suit, that one, devote yourself to that. And whatever you create, that too is a form of devotion. Whatever you decide to choose, whatever path you walk, is a form of devotion. Every path, everything that we do, every career move, everything that we choose to do in our life is changing and shifting us and growing when we are learning about this experience around us. And if you take the time to just devote yourself to that in whatever form or shape, because you are worth showing up for. And we sometimes think we truly understand what devotion is. But we really don't know. Not until, and as I mentioned, not until it is loud and chaotic and it demands it of us. So I ask you now, what are you ready to devote yourself to? Even when it's not convenient. What practice calls to your fingertips, your breath, your time? Let this reading be that call, let this reading be what calls you back home. Not to perfection, not to glamour, but to true essence of gold. Not the shiny stuff, the real stuff, not the fake stuff. So, that is the end of the reading. So let me know in the comment section what you are feeling called to devote yourself to. And light a candle for your future self tonight. If you're watching this tonight or in the morning, but tonight, light yourself a candle because your future self is already walking this path with you. And you can use this affirmation to carry you forward. I return to the path with reverence. My devotion is my becoming. I return to the path with reverence, and my devotion is my becoming. Yeah, I like that. My devotion is my becoming. And I've spent some time devoting in the last 2 weeks. That's why I've been a bit quiet. And it's been a journey. And I'm glad that I took the time to devote to myself, to do some shadow work, and to integrate it into my everyday practice. It is important for you to do that, especially if you choose a path of being conscious, being, I don't want to say awakened, but being awake, being aware of things around you always. It is a practice. It is not one day, well, for some it can be one day, boom, you're awake and you never fall asleep. Sometimes life will push you and pull you to force you to a devotion, to force you to devote to yourself, to growth, to alignment. But I wish you all the best. Should you choose the path of devotion to yourself, may your devotion be your becoming. Thank you all. Mwah. And we drink to some tea.